Hey, when are you leaving? Whenever you're here, I have nowhere to put my stuff. It's annoying.
What? I have no intention of leaving. I mean, I do live here.
Oh, really? Oof, that's rough. You got married, so why don't you go live with my brother? Why are you still here? Are you dumb?
I'm here for your father.
How caring of you. So you're here to look after my sick dad. That makes sense. The problem is that you're no help to me, so could you leave already?
What do you mean by you don't have room for your stuff?
Pretty soon the house is going to be filled with a bunch of things. Your property included, of course.
What I'm asking is, what are these things?
Why does that matter to you? It's stuff I need to run my business. It's not something you would understand if I tried to explain.
If you're trying to work on a business, then why don't you just rent a warehouse for storage and whatnot? Why are you trying to do it at home? What kind of business does that?
Businesses these days focus on efficiency more than anything else. Besides, the amount of effort and money that would be lost renting a warehouse, doing everything here is a lot more efficient.
Is that so? So then what kind of work are you doing?
You wouldn't understand if I told you.
At least tell me what category of work it falls into. Are you scamming people?
Huh? Are you making fun of me? I'll let you know that it's a store that my boyfriend and I worked at. We sell products. Do you understand what I'm saying so far?
Yeah, I do. What's up with your vague explanations? In what way are you running the business? What are you selling?
Gosh, you're being so annoying. Just move out soon. I'm using your room as my warehouse, so I'm going to need you to at least get out of there.
Sorry, but I won't be doing that. Good luck with your, business.
It's legitimate.
Hang on. Do you believe that I'm part of a marriage scam?
Yeah, there's proof of it. There's a picture of you meeting countless men.
And I keep telling you that it's not me in that photo!
Anybody can see that it's you.
You've got it all wrong! This is photoshopped!
Okay, if that's what you claim, then prove it.
Prove it? I can't even remember these photos! Which only means that these would be photoshopped! I'm not all that great with technology, so I can't say much else about it.
I can't believe this. I thought you would have some kind of solid proof. Plus, it's not even just that picture. I searched up your full name, and a result of you getting arrested for a previous scam appeared.
My name isn't that rare, so it's not hard to believe that someone could have the same first and last name.
Even the age was the same, though. Haley Smith, age 28.
This is such a pain. What are you doing other than Haley Smith?
This does it. I'm getting a divorce with you. My dad seems to believe in you, but I, on the other hand, can't trust you anymore as your husband.
So you'll just believe a rumor that sounds like Sarah would say.
Yeah, that's right. She's my little sister who's far more critical. Plus, there's solid proof. There's no way you can lie your way out of this. If you understand what's good for you, then you should get out of here as soon as possible.
Okay, but I will say this one last thing. I have never done a marriage scam. I did marry you because I loved you.
I won't believe a single deceiving thing you say. I loved and trusted you, Haley, and yet you betrayed me.
You're entitled to your thoughts.
I heard you got kicked out by my brother! Poor you.
Do you enjoy spreading rumors? I'm sure you had fun with this one.
What are you talking about? Sounds like you're trying to make me look bad. I only protected my brother from the evil grasp of marriage scams.
You went through the effort to make false proof just to get me out of the room.
I didn't do anything of the sort. However, I am very happy about you being out of the house finally.
Why would you do this? Did I do something to you?
Not really. Not really. You were just in the way. You are way too stubborn and headstrong. It's annoying.
Just for something like that?
I think that's more than enough of a reason. You have to get rid of things and people who are disturbing your lifestyle.
Isn't that just admitting to the crime?
I'm not admitting that I did anything, though. But make no mistake, you were a thorn in my side. You being out of the house is just lucky for me. Wait, you're still here?
I can't leave that quickly. I'm packing my stuff up.
Hurry up! You being here is causing me so much stress. Get out of here already, or else I will be bringing in the police.
On what grounds?
Illegally loitering, obviously. You're just an acquaintance of ours now. How much longer are you going to stand around here? Criminals aren't welcome here.
And I already am trying to. I am trying to pack up my stuff and have everything ready for the movers to pick up at noon. Until then, I'm going to be here.
I don't care! Get out! Your presence alone is enough to make me feel horrible.
I'm telling you to be patient.
Marriage scamming criminals can't be left alone. If you don't want the police here, then leave.
Looks like the police are here.
You're so gonna get arrested.
Well, I called them here.
What? Why would you do something like that? Are you trying to turn yourself in?
Nope. If anything, the police being called here is bad news for you.
Huh? What are you talking about? The trespasser here is the one in trouble.
You can drop the act now. You are fully aware of what's going on.
Wait, what are you talking about? I have no idea what you've been going on about.
If you have no idea, then why did you run from the back door?
Well, that's because I had to do some shopping.
Oh, really? What are you going to buy?
What I'm gonna buy? Well, I wanted to get some toast. We ran out of toast, so I went to go buy some.
So that means you're heading towards the grocery store nearby, right? So then, why are you sprinting towards the subway?
What?
I'm asking why you're running to the subway station. You wouldn't be trying to buy some simple toast from a store further away, right? Did you always have such a strong preference for what kind of toast you eat?
What's going on here? Are you trailing behind me?
Of course not. I'm paying good money for this, so why would I go through the effort of moving on my own? I'm home enjoying a cup of coffee.
What? But the police?
I lied. I never called the police. Well, at least not yet anyways. I always plan to do so eventually.
What is going on here? What are you trying to do? Also, what do you mean by paid good money for this?
Earlier, I hired a detective to look into you and your business? Well, just mainly your business.
A detective?
He's been on your tail all day today. Seems like you managed to get onto the subway. Are you perhaps in a dazed state of mind?
So, what did you discover?
Well, the truth.
You've got it all wrong. I was just listening to the given instructions. I have no real part in this. I'm not the bad guy here. You've got to believe me.
Oh, really? Then there should be no issue with me calling the police.
If you just tell them what you just told me, there should be no reason to run from them.
They won't believe me if I say something like that.
Well, yeah, they wouldn't. You used your own house as the warehouse for your business. It only looks like you were 100% willing to do it. No, that's because I was threatened.
buying large amounts of counterfeit brand goods from overseas and then reselling them as the real deal is a serious crime. You called a major scam like that a business.
Shut up! All that has nothing to do with me. Besides, do you even have any proof that I would be involved in this?
There are tons of it.
Well, even if you did, I was threatened into the business anyway. You don't have proof that I was doing this out of my own free will, right?
I believe that the leader of this organization, James, was it? Anyways, he's talking to the cops right now.
What?
You know, the leader of this scamming organization and also your boyfriend, James? He was arrested a few hours ago. I hate to break it to you, but I doubt he's the type to protect his friends and the opportunity to save himself.
He got arrested? No way. But he said that everything would be okay.
Maybe you should hurry up and turn yourself in before it's too late. It would be entirely pointless to run away. You should turn yourself in and restart your life with better choices.
I'm telling you, I didn't do it!
Were you always this much of an idiot? Do you understand now? Your sister was involved in a horrible scamming scheme? Are you now willing to reconsider believing me now that you can see that your sister is rather unreliable?
This can't be true.
There's so much proof. Not to mention her boyfriend got arrested. She's on the run now, but it's only a matter of time before she gets caught and stopped too.
That means the picture of you.
As I said before, it's photoshopped. Will you believe me now?
But why would she do such a thing?
According to her, she just didn't like me. She didn't like an outsider like me in her home when she moved back in with you guys.
A stupid reason like that led to her to do all of this?
You never know what a person who decided to join a scamming organization would do. Oh, also, I have proof from the guy in the picture that this is a photoshopped photo. The actual picture should arrive soon. After you see that, there's no way you would doubt me.
I'm so sorry, Haley. I wasn't myself. I can't believe I fell for something like that.
It's fine. I don't blame you given that I had no way to defend myself. Plus, your sister who you love and trust was the one who told you. Are we good?
Are you sure? You're not mad at all?
It's fine, I promise. As long as you can fully understand, trust me, and never do something like that again. On the other hand, I will not be forgiving your sister.
What are you gonna do now?
For now, I guess let the detective trail her until the end. After that, she's the police's problem.
Haley, I'm sorry for everything.
I told you it's fine. I didn't even call them, and yet the police showed up at home. Aren't you tired of running? There's no point in it. Although I heard you got the detective to back off. Pretty cool, not gonna lie.
Shut up. This is all your fault. I hate this!
You can get all mad and place the blame on me all you want, but if you just hurry up and turn yourself in, then you could still have a chance at redeeming your life. The more you run, the worse this is all going to get for you. Just hand yourself in. This is for your good.
If I go now, will they be a bit more merciful?
Better than if you continue running for sure. As long as you show that you've learned your lesson, things should be fine.
Thanks. I'll do that. Will you forgive me as well, Haley?
What? No, of course not. Are you dumb? I'm still bitter about all the trouble you've caused me. I'll be sure to sue you over the false accusations of me being a scammer. I hope you're prepared to be paying me, dumb brat.
Hang on, but you were being so nice to me just moments ago.
I just want you to hurry up and turn yourself in so that I can file a lawsuit against you. So do me a favor and just turn yourself in already.
What's wrong with you, you traitor? Why isn't Dad answering my calls? What's going on?
He said he doesn't want to talk to you. You're not allowed back in this home. Saw that one coming.
That's not fair! If I get arrested, who's gonna deal with the the bail money?
You should figure out what to do on your own. I mean, after all, this is your business, right? After that, while Sarah did try her best to run away, she finally got caught and arrested. Along with her original crime, she has been charged with a few others as well, leading her to await trial. The money she's getting sued with from the victim she scammed, along with the lawsuit I have against her, she's spending her days in her cell in despair. Also, her boyfriend was found guilty of multiple charges and is awaiting a worse fate than her. After getting out of jail, Sarah crawled back home in tears, asking her father for forgiveness. But true to his words, she wasn't allowed back. The news of what happened spread around town, and she became the laughingstock of the town. She eventually couldn't handle it and moved out of town, never to return. I'm not sure where she went or what she's doing, but I did see on the news last year that she was arrested for another charge of scamming. I guess it's hard to get out of the lifestyle once you've tried it once.
Hey, I was told that your mom is on the verge of death right now. Are you serious? Will she be okay?
Lynn, thank you for texting me about this. I think this is going to be it for my mom soon. Really, it's up to her strength now to gauge whether she'll make it a few more days or only a few more hours. And as for my family, we're all very shocked that her condition became this bad overnight.
So you weren't kidding. Well, that won't cause any issues for my wedding, will it?
Huh?
I've only met with your mom a handful of times while I've been your sister-in-law. So to me, there really isn't anything about her passing that'll bother me. But my wedding is going to be this weekend, right? So her being close to passing away won't cause the wedding any problems, right?
Lynn, what you're talking about right now isn't my biggest concern, okay? Right now, my mom is really in bad shape and things aren't looking good for her. So you saying that her passing won't bother you and talking about how it shouldn't affect your wedding is a bit...
Sorry. I'm a blunt person and I never lie or hide my true feelings. And I just think it'd be a huge shame if what's going on with your mom somehow affected my wedding in a bad way. Actually, her dying right now is a big bother for me.
It's not necessary for you to say things like that right now. And it's not like my mom is wanting to pass away on a day close to your wedding that might cause some issues, so could you stop talking about her like that?
Well, it doesn't matter to me. Just as long as my wedding is the main focus for my family, as it should be. So make sure her death doesn't get in the way of it. Tell her to hang on a little longer until after the wedding's over, and then she can die.
I want her to keep holding on for as long as possible, too. But telling me things like that are not going to change how her condition goes.
Why not?
Why not?
She's your mom, right? You should be able to handle her. So make sure that she stays alive and keeps her dying away from my wedding.
Do you really think I can find a way to keep her alive any longer than she's willing to fight for? There's just no way, Lynn.
I know that. It was just a joke.
Well, that didn't seem like a joke to me, and it's crazy to think that you'd be joking about things like that right now. I'm not having a great time talking to you anymore, Lynn.
Well, just remember to keep things to yourselves for right now so that it doesn't ruin my special day. It's a real pain to have to think about that, so do your best.
How am I supposed to do my best when my mom is dying? And asking for it to not cause any trouble or ruin your wedding? Can't you at least consider my feelings a bit more and say things like that in a nicer way?
Huh? In a nicer way? I'm sorry for your loss.
She hasn't died yet, though. You can stop trying to text me now, okay? I am not able to handle any more of your rude and thoughtless texts now. I'm just not in the mood to put up with you, as I have so many more important things to worry about.
What? What are you going on about now? You're calling me rude now? Calling me rude like that makes you the rude one, for real.
If I have anything else I need to say to you, I'll contact you. Thank you for the short and unfortunate conversation we had. And goodbye. I believe you've already heard the news from Garrett, but today's the day of my mom's funeral, so I won't be making it to your wedding. I'm sorry that I won't be there to see you, but I hope you have a wonderful wedding today.
Huh? You're kidding me, right?
Huh?
What do you think you're doing canceling on my wedding when it's only a couple hours away? This is unthinkable of you.
Huh? What do you mean? You were told all of this by your brother yesterday, weren't you? I even sent you a message the moment she passed to tell you about it.
Well, I never noticed anything from you guys. And why would I have cared then when it had nothing to do with my wedding?
Well, I'm sorry, but that's on you, Lynn. We were kind enough to send you a message warning you, and you never bothered to read them.
Do you think you can just use that poor excuse to get out of coming to my wedding now? There's no freaking way you'd cancel on coming to your younger sister-in-law's wedding like that, right? Are you trying to screw with me now?
I'm not trying to screw with you in any way, okay? I'm sorry that this all happened so close to your wedding. But we told you about this yesterday, so you should have already known to expect this. Just know that I'm not going to make it today, but have a great time on your special day.
Your mom? She's a serious piece of garbage.
What?
That must mean that my brother's not coming now either, right? This is absolutely crazy, but I remember coming to your wedding when you both had one and bringing all sorts of gifts for you two.
I remember you gave us $30 as a wedding gift, right?
This isn't about the amount of money that I gave you.
But you said that like you gave a lot.
Well, I'm not going to forgive you now. You guys canceling on coming to my wedding is a huge problem for me. Who gives a crap that another grandma has died off? Seriously. Canceling on the day of your family's wedding is screwed up. Big time.
You're going to talk to me like that when my mom only just died?
Who cares about your mom? I'm pissed off now because of you. If you feel that you really want to skip my special day, then pay me $10,000 for both your guys' seats.
What? $10,000?
That's what it cost to cancel last minute. If you don't want to pay me that, then get your butt over here.
I am my mom's only daughter, so I will not leave her without a funeral. I need time to say my final goodbyes to her and thank her for all she's done.
Then I'm going to need that $10,000, okay?
Do you think I actually need to pay you that much? Calm down a little bit, Lynn. I myself am getting to the edge of my limits.
Well, I'm just telling you how much it costs to cancel last minute. It's pretty obvious that you're supposed to care more about my wedding than some elderly woman's funeral, right? But if you really want to flake on me, then I want the $10,000 as a cancellation fee. Ha!
Can I pay it directly to your account?
If you do, then I'll forgive you.
All right, then.
Huh? Are you sure? Well, then I'm totally fine with you not coming to my wedding. $10,000 is a huge win. I never thought that I'd actually get you to pay me that much money.
But in return for that, I'm going to be canceling your whole wedding, okay?
Huh?
I may be giving you $10,000, but the cost of your wedding being canceled will be even higher than that. But you'll be able to pay for that, right?
What are you talking about? What does all that mean?
It looks to me like you've forgotten, but the person that planned out and reserved your wedding was me. And I can cancel all that wedding in one simple phone call right now. And the price of that whole wedding is $80,000. So you'll have to pay a large amount of that if the wedding's canceled, right?
Huh? $80,000? What are you going on about? I could never pay that kind of money.
Right? And that's why I assume you'd pay for it with whatever money you'd gotten from the family and your partner. But if you want me to pay you $10,000 right now, that'll come out of the money I planned to give you. and I'll be forced to cancel your wedding. You asked to pick a fight with me, and that right there is my defense.
Huh? Do you actually believe that you can do that?
Well, I was the one that planned and reserved the wedding for you. But if you're going to treat my mom and I the way you have been, then I have no other choice but to take that away, which I was kind enough to help get you. I don't even care if that ends up ruining things with you and your partner. I have a funeral to get to for my very important mom today.
Why do you keep on going on like that? You can't do any of that to me! You will never find a way to cancel my wedding without having my permission first. This is my big moment today. It's your fault for canceling last minute. So, why should my wedding be canceled because of your problems? What did I do to deserve any of that?
You never looked at any of the messages your brother and I sent you and then became pissed off with me when I told you I can't come today because of my mom's funeral. And then you proceeded to make fun of my mother and I, followed by you asking me to pay you a massive fee for not coming. I think I have the right to be extremely upset with you right now, Lynn. I'm the one that just lost the most important woman in my life.
I didn't think you'd get that upset with me, though. But you can't just cancel this wedding on me like that when it's my biggest day.
I can, though.
What?
The whole reason I was so kind in reserving the wedding and preparing it for you is because it's part of my job. And as the one that plans out weddings, I can also cancel them at any time.
Huh? Don't do that crap. Seriously, Sarah. You know that that's a bad decision right there. This is my wedding. Your sister-in-law's wedding.
But you pushed me to my limits, and actually over them. I told you that my mom had passed away yesterday, and that today's her funeral, but you haven't said one thing showing your sympathies for me. Instead, you've just been harassing me because of it, which is wild, because you had met with my mom a few times now. But I guess that wasn't enough for you to feel any sort of remorse after her passing.
Sorry about that. But I didn't mean to be rude to you or anything. I didn't think things would have to come to this with you. Must be tough for you, Sarah. Sorry again for the loss of your mom.
I just remembered now that you already told me that when my mom hadn't even died yet and was still in critical condition.
I did?
And now that I've remembered that, I'm only getting more pissed. You have no right saying that to me a second time now. I am done with you. And all that you've said to me these past few days has all been told to your brother. And he was pissed back then, but now he's furious as well.
Huh? You told my brother? Why would you tell him all that useless stuff? This is something between you and I, so there's no need bringing it up with him.
He's saying that he never wants to be around you again.
Huh? Why the hell is he saying that? My brother would never say something like that about his little sister.
It's the truth. But hey, I've always kind of hated being around you, so this is all perfect. I think that after showing just how rotten to the core you are, we can't be bothered with being your family. And I'm sure that when everyone else hears about this, there will be no problem with me canceling your wedding. Even my husband is saying it's okay for me to do that, all right?
There's no way. Are you seriously telling me that my own brother said things like that? There is no literal way. You're lying. You're just trying to get me to panic now that you have to pay me $10,000. Stop all that childish crap! It's a pain in my butt.
Pain in your butt? Well, if that's what you think. If you think this is all a lie, then why not ask your brother now what he's thinking? Your brother was cared for by my mom very well, and he was like another son to her. He was so close to her that I'm sure his frustrations with you are justified. I mean, when I first showed him what you said a few days ago about my mom, he spit out his drink.
He was that surprised. What did I do to cause that?
You didn't bother to read the atmosphere, instead saying things that only revolved around you and your stupid wedding. And neither of us are willing to be around people as selfish as you anymore. We've gone and told your parents about this as well now.
What? Why are you telling everyone? Are you trying to make rumors spread about me? I just said one or two rude things is all to you. Canceling my wedding because you couldn't take what I said is outrageous! And this isn't just my wedding, but my husband's as well.
Well, if you are so upset over this, then maybe you should have been more careful when speaking with the person that put the whole wedding together for you. I did all of that work, not just as my job, but also because I thought of you as my little sister. You had been wanting to have your wedding for years now at the place I reserved for you. And I had to put in a lot of good words about you to get you a spot for today.
I'm sorry. I guess I was being a bit too rude. So please, Sarah, forgive me for that.
Well, it's too late now to ask me not to cancel it, because even if I don't, it looks like others will do it for me.
Huh? What do you mean this time?
Your parents are fuming right now. My mom only just passed away yesterday, but you made it very clear about how much you don't care about her or I, right? And not just that, but asked me to pay you if I chose to be at my mom's funeral instead of at your wedding. We are all very much done with you, Lynn, and I mean all of us.
But if you were to never have canceled on me, then everyone would be okay with me, right? So that means exactly what I think it means. This is all your fault!
No point in trying to blame me now for this. Everyone has seen how you've acted, and so regardless of me coming to your wedding or not, it was either going to be canceled or sometime down the road your husband would be divorcing you.
Huh?
Well, either way, I'm not going to be around to watch you go down. I'm no longer going to think of you as my family, and I don't have the emotional capacity to worry about a random stranger. And your brother is also cutting ties with you now, so you won't mind me saying bye now, right? Goodbye forever, you piece of garbage. I think you're going to have to pay off all the cancellation fees, okay? In the end, just as I had mentioned to Lynn, all her family sided with me, and I was able to cancel her wedding before she could even show off her dress. And as for her husband, he had seen enough of her. Lynn was then left having to pay the full cancellation fee for the wedding, but was under the impression that she could get me to pay some of it. But of course that wasn't going to fly with me, and so I told her to screw off and deal with it all herself. She continued to try and get my husband and I to help her by calling over and over again, but we were both in the middle of my mom's funeral, so we both chose to block her number. Lynn really did end up being hated by everyone, including her own husband. And not only a week after they had handed in their marriage papers, her husband was filling out papers for divorce. She may still try to blame me and everyone else for this happening to her, but she's the only one having to go through a divorce and pay close to $80,000.